Watching Charter Local Edition from the San Gabriel Valley. I'm Brad Pomerance, and we are joined by Dr. Anthony Fellow. He is the Vice President of the Upper San Gabriel Valley Municipal Water District. And obviously, water continues to be on the mind of all Californians. Have been suffering a terrible drought, but in 2016, we've seen some rain. Do you feel as if we're out of the woods, sir?
We're not out of the woods.
Okay.
What needs to happen, you know, I was going through these statistics from 1877 till today.
You are a doctor, you are a professor.
I'm a researcher.
Yeah, a researcher, right.
Teach statistics.
Exactly.
But, you know, the average rainfall in California from then till now, the average is 15 inches. We're at 8.5.
Yeah.
And in 1877, we were plus 6.5 over. We had a surplus. But let's face it, Brad, we have an increase in population in California. We're conserving water, which we don't have enough. In conservation, which the water districts and the people of Southern California, particularly in the San Gabriel Valley, have been outstanding. We've saved a lot of water, but this is now going to be a way of life. This is, for a while I thought, well, it will be temporary.
But let me ask you, because look, we've had El Ninos before, 1982-83, 1997-98, and so when we had those, you know, there was talk of conservation before and after those. We've had droughts before. Why is it you believe that we're now having to adopt a new paradigm, which is the conservation paradigm?
You know, every 15 years we go through these climate changes
and these El Ninos.
Changes in the atmosphere. And now the start of the 15th year is El Nino, supposedly, and this is after 4 years of the worst drought in California history. But in the meantime, we've gained a great population here, and we have to start thinking about, do we have the resources? And that's why I say what we're doing now, it's like, you know, you'll never go to the airport and not go through a metal detector. And it's the same with conservation. We're all going to have to conserve the rest of our lives.
You talk about 1877, when the population of California, was it even a million?
No.
And now we're close to 40 million. I mean, in the final analysis, sir, especially in Southern California, this is a desert. I mean, you know,
we shouldn't be living here.
Yeah, this is a desert. I mean, semi-arid land that is not expected to serve as many residents. So what's the question? You know, where do we go with this? Do we have to start looking at out-migration? I mean, is it that severe?
Well, the legislature, I think, this year, I think we talked about it once, was looking at giving incentives to move out. But things are not all bad. I have to tell you, and I've told you this many times on this program, the Upper San Gabriel Valley and some of the water districts are very future-oriented. I think they're the most I've said it many times. If we ran the state of California, it would be much better. They're just
well,
visionary.
Tell me what the Upper San Gabriel Valley,
now. You know, we've, in 24 years in the Upper San Gabriel Valley Municipal Water District, when we had this change of directors, we started reclaimed and recycled water programs. And thank God we did, or we'd be in worse shape. But on the horizon, and I really can't say too much because I'm just looking at, it's just been introduced to me, two major programs that I hope will be in fruition in the future. One is, and these are regional programs. We're putting water boards together to do regional things. And one of them is a regional recycling program. And this will be, the Metropolitan Water Districts is talking about it. It will be, they will initiate this and get other districts involved in a major recycling program.
So is it recycling, is it toilet to tap? Is it from your washing machine? What are you recycling?
It will mostly be what Upper District's doing now in the recycling program, letting it generate into the
groundwater?
Groundwater.
Okay.
And it probably won't be for pure drinking, though we're at the point now with membranes, we could give you drinking water.
I mean, people get spooked and creeped out by toilet to tap, but the reality is, it's probably cleaner than a lot of stuff we have today.
Oh yeah, but the other program, which I'm excited about, we had an introduction this week by the general manager of West Basin Municipal Water District, is a regional plan, and it's an idea I've had for many years of piping salt water from the ocean to the San Gabriel Valley. We could never go through a drought like this again. It's not fair to the residents.
So are you thinking of building a desal plant?
They are, and they're going to build it in Torrance area.
Which I'm aware of that. And there's no question that desal is becoming popular yet again. We know that in Cambria, for example, there's a hybrid plant. Santa Barbara is going to put a desal plant back online. our friends in
San
Carlsbad,
Diego,
I mean, the
look
Carlsbad
at-
plant,
yeah.
the Poseidon plant is really
Yeah,
epic.
yeah.
It's going to change the way San Diego receives its water. Even Diablo Canyon in San Luis Obispo, which uses desal for its own use, is looking to provide desal water to San Luis Obispo County and Central Coast residents.
This is the first time we're looking at a regional plan, like a recycled water plan. This is desalting, moving water through perhaps the MWD lines, the lines we use for recycling, and bringing it back up.
But the challenge with desal, as we speak today, is it's fairly expensive.
Oh, the energy, it's energy intensive.
Right,
But
and so, are there greenhouse gas complications?
Oh, they're working on that right now, and the brine into back to the sea. But we're also looking at ways in which it will be less costly, and but we have to find new ways, you know.
So I understand another possibility, and it's starting to get more popular, is this whole notion of rain barrels, and I want to get a sense of this idea that you and me, regular residents, will capture water in rain barrels.
And they are.
Yeah.
I'm going to be giving away rain barrels in a few weeks. Each of the directors has about 400, and we've been having lines everywhere. On Saturdays,
Explain how
the rain barrels.
I mean, I talk about 1877. I mean, that's when we used rain barrels.
Of course.
I would love to have a rain barrel, but I'm just trying to envision, how do I use a rain barrel, water from a rain barrel?
The new rain barrels have little on and off switches.
So, but
You can capture it.
But then, what about googlies getting in the barrel?
Hopefully you'll use it before then. But today, today I was in Arcadia, and my friend Dr. Bill Patzert, the climatologist for Metropolitan Laboratories, was speaking, and and some women came up to me and they said, I'm capturing water in a bathtub, and we bring it out. We have a pump, and we bring it out to the yard because we want green grass.
Sure.
They said our grass is getting greener. And so the Upper District now is giving away rain barrels.
But how do you know? Maybe you don't know. How does that work? So the water literally just is captured in the rain barrel.
Usually you hook it up some way to your eaves, the gutters.
I see.
So it flows into it.
And then, but are you getting a big pot, and when you need it, you kind of...
No, because it opens up. There's a shut-off valve there.
And so, but is the water going back into your system, or are you literally going out as a human being, turning it on and off?
No, you turn it on. It's off, but then when you want water to water your lawns or plants, you go get the water, turn it on, and it's a way to save water.
So has that plan been successful? I mean, there was a
very
lot of
successful.
discussion, last year the kind of buzzword was the artificial grass, and then there was a sense, well, maybe the artificial grass isn't as economical as we thought it was, and a lot of businesses adopted it. It feels like rain barrels are kind of the new, artificial grass of 2016.
When we first thought of this idea, I was not excited about
Right.
it because, first of all, it have no rain.
Right, right, yeah, how do you capture it? Right.
What do you make a planter out of it? But now I see there's just lines at all of our giveaways, and people are using them, and people want to conserve. This is
It isn't. I do feel as if Californians have come together. There's no question we've come together during this drought, but there is concern that if it keeps raining, we will feel as if it's going to be fine. But we've learned that in order to make up for the lost 4 years, we would need 2 or 3 times more of the rain that we're supposed to get. We're lucky if we even get 2 times as much.
Well, Brad, that's what everyone thinks. We're going to this El Nino's coming, but it's going to take a decade of above average rainfall. The average rainfall is 15 inches. In a decade, that's a long time.
Are we even close to that?
No, we're
There's
so
no
far so far removed from that. But and then we thought El Nino, we're expecting.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens in February.
Yeah.
But El Nino is right now. The rain is going up to the north.
Right.
We thought it would be in the south.
His name is Anthony Fellow. He is the Vice President of the Upper San Gabriel Valley Municipal Water District. I'm Brad Pomerance. It's Charter Local Edition.